defend with it, although right now both armies are back at their respective bases, so a bit of a deadlock as far as I'm concerned. Neither player has the ground forces to attack. It's going to come down to Reaver Micro, is my guess, somewhere. See which player decides to take the initiative. So right now, I guess I should tell you a little bit more about this tournament as these observers come down and try to scout out the map. This tournament is the OSL, a big tournament for foreign StarCraft players, and in fact, just well, I guess that would include I'm sorry, not foreign StarCraft players, for Korean StarCraft players in the StarCraft universe. The foreigners are, well, in this case, us, because I am an American, and everybody outside of South Korea is a foreigner. We do not count, we do not play well, we really don't do much of anything, but we love the game if you're somebody like me, so that's good enough. We're going to see Army coming up here. He's going to scout with this observer. He's going to see the shuttle out. No Reaver as of yet. He's also going to see no Army, which should alert him to the fact that he's probably going to see something here out of Stork. BeSt is going to get scouted himself now. He's going to see, he's going to get his base scouted by Stork's observer here, and both players now know what's going on. Oh, look at this, we got some foreigners here. See, there we go, I got the terms right this time. Meanwhile, their armies are very similar in size. I would say that right now, a couple more goons on the side of, oh, look at that, he sniped it. Okay, here's going to be the battle. We have two Reavers in play for BeSt, and he's going to be offensive with this because he can. He's got to make sure not to lose that shuttle, and BeSt is very good at not losing shuttles, so we'll see what happens here. Right now, those two Reavers are the big uneven factor in this battle. We're going to see how many are inside that shuttle from Stork. He got his robo a bit later, so he might only have one Reaver, and if that one Reaver is not as effective as BeSt 2, then we're going to have some smackdown going on. It appears that I was right, there's only one Reaver. They're going to trade shots. Look at that, he moves them back into the shuttle. Here comes a battle. The Reavers are dropped. We're going to have the Zealots going in. The Zealots are going to get completely ripped up by the Scarabs. We're going to see which one can micro the Reavers better and get the more shots off and perhaps even kill the other player's Reaver. So right now all the Zealots are dead. We're going to have Dragoon on Dragoon action. We're going to have some... Oh, look at that! Okay, Stork has lost his Reavers. Both the BeSt Reavers still alive. This is looking very bad for Stork. BeSt is going to be pushing forward right now, and he's going to be pummeling him under retreat with the Spire. He's got to get another Reaver up, and he does. We're going to see what he can do with it, though, because he's still going to be down a Reaver. Those Reavers, all very important. He's going to retreat up his hill. He does not have an expansion, so there is nothing really that BeSt can counterattack. Meanwhile, BeSt is going to be taking his expansion. Oh, he loses a Reaver himself. That's a great play by Stork. They trade fire. Stork manages to pull his Reaver up into the shuttle before the Scarab hits, and BeSt is unable to do so. He's evened up the Reaver score. Great play by Stork. Right now, very high tension moment as both players are trying to get position on this ramp. BeSt is not going to be able to do it. He's going to try to snipe the Reaver. He's going to try to snipe the shuttle, and he loses a goon for it. He really was not able to do anything there. He's got to be very careful, because if he overcommits and he goes down that ramp when he doesn't have to, Stork is going to find himself down 0-1 in this series very quickly. There's a very important moment here. He's going to try to snipe the Reaver of the other player. Oh, no. BeSt is going to be a little bit more careful than that. Meanwhile, Pylon getting taken out by a couple goons. You can see the range now. They've got quite an impressive range. Second Reaver in there. So here's the point where you become aware that it's better to be defending than attacking, because we saw a Stork go from down a Reaver to up a Reaver just on the good micro defense. I mean, he's going to try to break out now. He's going to drop the Reavers up above. Is this a mistake? He's might be able to lose these Reavers, but he's trying to micro them around. And right now, oh, look at that, a brilliant play. Oh, and he loses both of the Reavers, but all the Reavers on the field are dead. It's going to come down to about 7 Dragoons, it looks like, against 5 Dragoons and a Zealot. Meanwhile, reinforcement Reavers coming from BeSt, and reinforcement Dragoons coming from Stork. So this battle is not quite over yet. Stork is going to be able to push out. He's got an advantage in Dragoons. Look at that good micro, moving them and then hold position. They can shoot, and down goes the Reavers. Down goes the Reavers. BeSt is being pushed back. It looked like for a moment he was going to be able to press that position, but right now, this expansion that he took, if he had been able to, he got that up first, but he needs to be able to defend it in order to reap the benefits of it. Otherwise, it might be the investment that loses him the game, because he spent those 400 minerals and all that energy and all those the probe money on something where Stork has been using it on units. And so we're going to see what happened. BeSt is going to have 2 Reavers here back that have been building in his robotics, and he's going to use them to defend up this hill. Meanwhile, he's attacking up the hill now, and he pushes his way to the high ground. He's going to be offensive here, it looks like, with these 2 Reavers. He's going to be flying that shuttle, and it looks like 6 or 7 Dragoons down, and see if he can't do some massive walloping, hard-ass damage over here on Stork. So right now, Reavers drop. Let's see if they can get a shot off. No shot right as of yet. He's got to be careful not to lose that shuttle. It's getting very close to the front of the pack, and that's a dangerous place for a shuttle to be. This is incredible micro you're seeing from both players. They're getting loaded up and in and around and all sorts of stuff. Meanwhile, Nexus is down, and has been down for a while now for Stork. So he's going to try to even up that economic disadvantage he took from having himself be placing that thing. Oh, we're going to see some Reaver harassment. It looks like we're going to get the Reavers dropped in the main. This is a very interesting move by BeSt. He's betting a lot on this. He needs to get them out of there if they're not causing damage. And he takes down a goon. Suppose a useful thing to do. Damages another goon nearly to the point of death. That's a very risky maneuver, because if you lose that shuttle, God forbid, and you have those 2 Reavers trapped in the base, I don't care how much damage they do, they better blow up every single probe in that base in order to figure out, in order to make it worth it. And even then, who knows what the counterattack might be. So we have shuttle going back for more Reaver. Look at that. He's trying to get across the map. He's trying very, very hard. It's going to make 3 Reavers now for BeSt. I believe that Stork probably has about the same amount. Once you get 3 Reavers, though, you can't micro them as effectively because the shuttle can only hold 2. So it's going to be up to the player to micro them on foot, it appears, as you can see, as well as here. Oh, look at that. Huge Scarab hits both of the Reavers there. And Stork, he's got to load it in, and he just barely does. And meanwhile, the difference between the shuttle and the non-shuttle is that they take the hits from the Reavers. Here they go, massive Scarabs taking on 3 Dragoons. The Dragoons are getting piled up. BeSt is doing a great job trying to keep his Reavers alive. He is doing it very, very well. Meanwhile, these goons are coming in. They're getting laid down by Scarab fire. There is only now 1 Dragoon to his name, and BeSt has 2 as coming in with the shuttle. This is not looking good. He's got to protect those and keep them alive. He's got to get that Scarab away. Oh, he killed them both. This is ridiculous. That totally saved him right there from imminent death. As it is, he may still wind up dying because he does not have enough goons to repel this attack. And there it is. GG. That Scarab was not enough. He's going to get his probes laid down. And BeSt wins Game 1. He's going to take this Game 1 in this series, the best of 5. And that was hell of a match. Mainly, what I got to say is it was a real back-and-forth game. The early proxy gate didn't do killer damage, but I think perhaps it did slow down the economy, and most importantly, it did slow down that robotics facility of Stork's to the point where BeSt was able to get his Reaver out and start the back-and-forth combat session until he was able to win the match. Stork put up a hell of an effort. That was a really great PvP, I gotta say. So hopefully, looking forward to more of that. I'm going to keep on doing these until the series is over, no matter how many games it takes. Hopefully 5 or less, seeing as otherwise there would be some sort of extraneous circumstance. So thank you very much. This is Mr. Winkles SC signing off.